When you turn 60, people start saying things like, well, it's just age. What do you expect? I heard that phrase dozens of times, and honestly, I started to believe it. I started accepting that constant fatigue was normal, that knee pain was inevitable, and that stiff joints were just the price you pay for getting older. But deep down, a small part of me resisted. I didn't want to give in. I didn't want to become the person who only talks about their health problems. I wanted to go for walks, laugh, ride bikes with my grandkids, and get out of bed in the morning without feeling like I was 90. This story isn't about miracle pills or trendy supplements. It's about 4 simple vitamins that changed my physical state and slowly brought me back to life, gently but steadily. 1. Vitamin D3 and K2, the duo that kept me from falling apart. It all started with a basic blood test. The doctor looked at my results and said, "Your vitamin D levels are very low." I was surprised. I thought I was eating well and getting outside regularly, but then I started digging into it. Turns out up to 90% of people over 60 are deficient in vitamin D. Why? Because as we age, our skin synthesizes less vitamin D from sunlight, and we also spend less time outdoors. And vitamin D3 is essential for bone strength. It helps prevent fractures, muscle function, especially in the legs, immune support, and even mood stability. But here's what I didn't know. Taking D3 alone can be risky, especially if you're also taking calcium. Why? Because calcium without direction can build up in the arteries instead of going to your bones. That's when I discovered vitamin K2. K2 works like a courier. It takes calcium and delivers it into the bones, while also protecting the arteries and heart. So now every morning I take a capsule with D3, 2000 IU, and K2, MK7 form, 120 micrograms, always with breakfast that includes some healthy fat. After about 5 to 6 weeks, I noticed something. My back stopped feeling stiff, and my feet weren't aching after long walks like they used to. 2. Vitamin C, the invisible builder of my joints and tissues. We all know about vitamin C, oranges, colds, the sweet chewables we had as kids, but I had no idea how crucial it is for connective tissue health. As I got older, I felt my body losing its flexibility. My joints felt rusty. One doctor told me, "Collagen is like cement for your tendons and cartilage. Without vitamin C, you simply can't produce it. And collagen is what makes ligaments flexible, cartilage smooth, and joints move freely." Here's what most people don't realize. You can take expensive collagen supplements, but if you're low on vitamin C, it won't work. I started taking 500 to 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C daily, sometimes in divided doses. It's water-soluble, so the body uses what it needs and gets rid of the rest. About a month later, I noticed the morning stiffness was gone, my legs didn't ache after a long day, and I was even catching fewer colds. Simple but powerful. 3. Vitamin E, the quiet warrior against inflammation. At one point, I noticed that even light walks made my muscles sore. It felt like I had been lifting weights, even when I hadn't. Doctors didn't find anything serious and just said, "It's your age." But I kept researching, and I found out that as we get older, our bodies deal with something called oxidative stress, where cells are constantly attacked by free radicals. This causes chronic low-level inflammation, which shows up as muscle pain, joint stiffness, brain fog. That's where vitamin E comes in, a powerful antioxidant that protects cells from this internal damage. I started taking 200 milligrams daily in its natural form. Look for D-alpha tocopherol on the label, not synthetic. Within 2 weeks, I noticed less muscle soreness, smoother, healthier skin, and even clearer thinking. And a nice bonus, I started sleeping better. Apparently, inflammation was silently disrupting my rest. 4. How it all works together. Now you might be thinking, isn't that too many supplements? But here's the thing. Each of these vitamins targets a different system. They don't compete. They work together like a support team. Here's the big picture. D3 plus K2, strengthen bones and improve calcium absorption. Vitamin C, repairs tissues and builds collagen. Vitamin E, reduces inflammation and oxidative damage. My personal routine looks like this. Morning with breakfast. D3, K2, and E, always with fats like avocado, eggs, or nuts. Midday or afternoon, vitamin C taken separately with water. That's it. Nothing complicated. But I never skip a day. Consistency is key. What I feel now, 6 months later, looking back, I see not just physical changes, but a mental shift. I stopped seeing age as a sentence. Here's what changed. I walk every day, at least 40 minutes. My back doesn't hurt, even after gardening. My knees are silent. They used to pop and click with every step. I sleep deeply, and I wake up refreshed. Most importantly, I feel confident in my body again. Even my grandkids noticed. "Grandpa, you're walking faster now. Just a few months ago, I was always trailing behind. Do you really need supplements?" In theory, no. You could get everything from food and sunlight, but in reality, it's tough. To get these nutrients from diet alone, you'd need daily servings of organ meats, greens, fatty fish, an hour of sun exposure without sunscreen, a perfect gut to absorb it all efficiently, and as we age, our digestion and absorption get weaker. So I came to realize supplements aren't luxury, they're common sense. They're not replacing healthy habits, they're supporting them. Final thoughts from one person over 60 to another. If you've read this far and recognize yourself in these stories, the morning stiffness, the fatigue, the pain going upstairs, don't give up. Please don't tell yourself, "This is just aging, it's normal." Because it's not normal, it's a signal, a cry for help from your body, and the help is out there. It's simple, gentle, and it works. Start small, choose one vitamin, observe how you feel, then add another, and another. Before you know it, you'll start to feel like you again, stronger, more mobile, more alive. Because age isn't a downward slope, it's just another step, and steps are meant to be climbed.